Another day, another spark, lighting up the screen in the dark. Real talk, hoping something new. Pull up a chair, this one's for you. Life gets loud, but we don't fade. Every dream is being made. We're brightly minded, hearts wide open, speaking truth. Words unbroken with Mindy leading, light in mind, faith and fire intertwined. We're brightly minded, shining through. If you're growing, dreaming, this is you. Learning as we go each day, finding purpose on the way. Laughing loud, standing tall, you're not alone, you're not small. No perfection, just real here. Every step forward, year by year. We're brightly minded, hearts wide open, speaking truth. Words unbroken, Mindy's here, so come on in. Let the journey now begin. We're brightly minded, shining through. If you're growing, dreaming, this is you. This is you. This is you. Yeah. Every voice matters. Every story counts. We rise together. No doubt. We're brightly minded, hearts wide open, living free. Hope outspoken with Mindy leading. Shine your light. Welcome to the brighter side. Yeah, welcome to brightly minded.
Hello, friends. Oh my goodness, there's 7 of you here already. I guess talking to Isaac brings on the attention, I suppose. Hello, welcome. This is an impromptu stream because I wasn't planning on it, but I'll give you a little background about what happened this morning. I was farting around on YouTube and I got a notification that Isaac had tagged me. And so let's go back and we'll give a little bit of history. Isaac, before Christmas, had a bit of a hissy fit. And he was crying the big crocodile tears. Oh, people are just not leaving me alone. I just want to be left alone. And I have not interacted with Isaac in weeks, since before Christmas. And he desperately wanted to be left alone, and he closed down his channel and all of that. And okay, yeah, whatever. So I haven't interacted with him. I haven't even looked at his channel, honestly. And then out of the blue, I get a tag, and Isaac had posted about me. So I went to take a look, and Isaac has some very big feelings about my opinions. So I said, all right, then. I'm inviting you here. Come and say those opinions to my face. If you have a problem about what I believe, okay, fine. Come and tell me about it. And it's got a lot to do with like a meme that I posted and a stream that I did that was political. And hey, look, you don't like my politics, you don't have to. But this is my channel. I share my opinion on my channel. If you have a problem with it, guess what? That's a you problem. I'm here to share my opinion. I'm free to do so. If you have a problem with it, tough titty. Deal with it. But yeah, he has a lot to say about it. And he again wanted to say, I'm going to come on your channel. I'm going to prove that you have the same spirit as Low and Smokey. And it's like, okay, cool. I don't have a problem having the same spirit as Smokey and Low. They're my friends. Why would that be hurtful to me? Like, that's kind of silly to me. So I've thrown up the link in the chat for Isaac. Whenever he decides to get here, then he can get here. In the meantime, I'm actually going to quickly pull up the post that I wanted to address. Let me find it first here. Because I wasn't sure if he was going to be here right when I started or not. So, a neighbor's making a lot of noise downstairs. All right, I don't want to report it. I just want to open it in a new screen so that it's big. All right, whatever. This will do, I suppose. There we go. And I mean, if Isaac shows up, he shows up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I mean, that speaks more to his character than it does my own, right? Share screen. Right here. All right. So I'm just going to read through. I'm going to see if I can make this bigger for you guys so you can actually see it. All right, there. Hopefully you guys can read that. Okay. So you are the one that's going back, and forth. I apologize. His writing and his English is terrible. So I'm going to try and translate as best I can, but it is what it is. So you're the one that's going back, and forth, which, I mean, is silly because you're the one that tagged me in the first place, dude. I responded to you. You wanted my attention. I gave it to you. And now you're accusing me of the back and forth? Okay. So I'm allowed to have my own opinion at the end of the day. Well, so am I. We're on the same page about that. And you are not having an opinion. I don't know what he means by that because I'm allowed to have an opinion just like he is. He's not any more entitled to one than I am. You're just having a hissy fit because of the fact you didn't get what you wanted. I don't know exactly what he thinks I wanted or what kind of hissy fit. I just responded to him because he posted and was speaking to me. So, like, hello, you wanted my attention. I gave you my attention. And now you're saying I'm throwing a hissy fit because I'm giving you what you wanted? And what exactly is it that you think that I wanted? So now you're going to try to make statements saying that I'm not a man of what I talk about. No, what I said is he was an attention-seeking little boy, which is my firm belief. Because again, he's the one that had the temper tantrum, cried about being, oh, just leave me alone, and then shut his channel down. So, okay, I left you alone, and here you are tagging me, trying to get my attention. So you're an attention-seeking little boy. I mean, it can't be more straightforward than that. No, the fact is that you can't stand authority, hence why you don't like Trump. It's got nothing to do with authority. I don't like what Trump is doing. I'm allowed to have that opinion. You want my attention. Lo, my love, you can have my attention whenever you want. You and Smokey and Will are probably the 3 people on the internet that could have my attention whenever they wanted, and I will freely give it. So there's that. So the fact is you can't stand authority, hence why you don't like Trump. Look, I'm not a Trump supporter, right? People in the US are either Trump supporters or they're not. That's okay. You can have a difference of opinion with people, and like I don't understand what the problem is with that. So I'm not a Trump supporter. Big whoop. That doesn't mean that I don't like authority. It means I don't like Trump. So again, you're a drama queen. I'm not the one starting the drama here, Isaac. Again, you tagged me, you called me out in your post. You're the one starting shit here. I was just going about my business on my channel, leaving you completely alone. So how am I the drama queen here? You love drama. No, I'm just responding to you. Hence why the first moment you got when the woman got shot, you made content on it. I made content like almost a week after. So I don't know why you're lying about that, but whatever. I have shared political content on my channel for years, right? You haven't been around that long to see it, but that's okay. Isaac says I'm trolling him by correcting his grammar. You know, he has such an issue with people telling him things, and his ego can't handle it. His ego is too big for him. Jesus Christ suffered, tortured, rejected, died on a cross as payment for the sins of all the world. Yes. Yes, I believe that. Hello. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of conservatives aren't even Trump supporters. But like regardless of whether I'm a Trump supporter or not, um like I guess what started it is because I had commented back to Non Denom or whatever, and he originally made a comment about where was it here? Let me show you. I told you guys she was going to be drama. I don't know how sharing my opinions is causing drama, other than Isaac blowing it up. But regardless, I'm not a Trump supporter. That's okay. I'm allowed to feel that way. And I can still be friends with people that support Trump. The perfect example of that is Will Kincaid. Will Kincaid and I have been friends for probably going on 3-4 years now. Will and I have very different politics. We always have. But the thing is, Will and I are friends, and I respect him beyond his support of Trump. And we've been able to have a lot of really great, productive conversations without the name calling, without getting angry. You know, we respect each other enough to have civil conversations. So it is possible. Just because I don't support Trump doesn't mean that I can't be friends with people that do support Trump. Simple as that. All right, let's go back up to this crazy word salad while we wait. I'm surprised he's not here because he said that he was going to accept the challenge, and you know, we're going at almost 15 after here and he's not. So, where are we? I wish it wasn't in just one giant paragraph because it hurts the eyes. What about the girl that got shot? She was an officer. Yeah, and that was tragic. Just because I'm not posting about that doesn't mean that I care. I don't care. Right? Like, it is literally impossible for a person to post and voice their opinion on every single thing, because if I was trying to do that, I would be spending all of my time on YouTube making post after post after post after all the different issues. And that's literally impossible because people like me and people like Smokey and people like Lo, you know, we have careers, we have adult lives that we can't sit here on YouTube all day long playing video games and smoking weed and yelling at people like Isaac because we're grown-ups, right? All right. So look, you all just keep looking differently every single time. You don't look at the main picture. I mean, and that's your opinion. You can have that. The main thing is hate. There is a lot of hate in the world that I absolutely agree with. There is a lot of hate, and I feel sometimes that hate is sent in the wrong directions, but again, that's my opinion. Yeah, you guys are still hating, that's fine. I mean, because I'm upset about something that happened that I feel was wrong, I'm allowed to feel that way, and I'm allowed to voice my opinion, whether you like it or not. No one is forcing you or subjecting you to my opinion. You are voluntarily doing that. That's on you, not on me. At the end of the day, we should have a counter to see how many times he says at the end of the day. I can stand up for truth. Okay, that's cool. All right, it sounds like all right, Isaac. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Let me remove this here. Stop screen. All right.
What's up?
All right. Hello. So, I have a question for you. You asked to be left alone. I did what you asked. So, why are you trying to stir things up again?
Oh, I'm not stirring anything up. I just stand up for truth. And you said something that I do not stand for, so I stand up for it.
So, you just want to stir up drama because you disagree with me?
No, it's not because I don't disagree with you. It's because you don't understand my savior that you're trying to say that you follow. There's a difference. And I'm just
Okay.
trying to
Well,
enlighten you.
I don't
And
need, I don't need to understand your
I'm just
savior.
trying to help you see the difference. That's all it is.
Well, I'm not interested in you helping me see
Okay.
anything.
And that's perfectly fine. I also have my own opinion as well. And what, you don't like
That's
it?
cool.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you have some very strong opinions about my opinions, so I invited you here to say them directly to me.
Yeah. My
So
opinion is you don't
why?
understand the line. There's a difference. You try to make the line, you change the line, you make it okay for your standards, how your standard is, and you don't have an actual line that you stand by. That's the difference.
How do you know
How
that?
do I know that?
Oh.
Because the simple fact that the LGBTQ community uses Jesus Christ as their own propaganda to try to push agendas.
What is that?
And so
have
you
anything to
tried,
do with
and
any
so
of the
you
topics
tried,
that we've
and
been
so you
talking
tried
about?
doing the same thing as if Jesus Christ got shot in the head. Are you kidding me?
Was Jesus prosecuted for his crimes?
Did he fight against crimes?
Was he persecuted for his crimes?
Did he fight against crimes?
You're not answering.
Did he obey the law? Did he obey the law? Yes or no?
Was he persecuted for his crimes?
Did he obey the law? Yes.
Isaac, I'm not gonna look.
He was not persecuted for his crimes because he had no crimes. He was an innocent man that was persecuted. Okay. This woman was not an innocent woman that was persecuted, okay? She was interfering with ICE from the very beginning. We already know this.
That means that
no, it doesn't mean that it's okay, but at the end of the day, there's precautions, there's understanding, there's things that you have to understand. There are rules and regulations. Even Jesus Christ said, give to Caesar's what is Caesar's and give to God's what is God's. So we are supposed to obey the law of the land. That is what we're supposed to do. Right. So if a police officer is telling you to leave or get out of the scene and you refuse, well, you are going against the law that God has ordained and put in place. God has ordained and put in place. Have God be the judge. Have God be the judge of that. She did not listen to the warnings that happened. That is the problem.
She deserved to get shot.
No one deserves to get shot. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes, right?
No, she didn't deserve to get shot.
So how did you feel when Trump got shot? Were you just as upset because nobody should die? Nobody should get hurt?
I believe it was staged.
Oh. What about the LGBT community place where they were shutting down places and they shot up a car and they killed 2 kids? What about that? Is that okay?
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, of course you didn't hear about that. Why would you hear about that? That's the only thing they wouldn't want you to hear about, because they want you to hear all the other aspects of what they're good of doing, what they're standing for. What is it? They're trying to take over a country that they live in, that we have already made. There's a difference.
Trying to take over?
So let me ask you something.
How are they trying to take over, Isaac?
Because of the fact they're trying to change our rules.
Change what rules?
The concept of what's right and wrong.
Give me an example. Give me an actual law they're trying to change.
We have laws for a reason, period.
Trying to change.
What do you mean? What is the law that you're trying to say? You're trying to basically make people afraid. You're trying to push the same agenda that's been going on for so long. Be afraid of the cops. Be afraid of the enforcers. Be afraid of the people that are badges. Why? Stand in against them. That's exactly what the regime was talking about in the Biden administration. You want to know why the ICE agents were actually out and about? Because Biden and Kamala Harris left the borders open, had a bunch of people come over here illegally to help them vote in, so Biden might win again in next election. This is not anything new that the Democratic Party has been doing.
Okay, Isaac, I removed you from the stage for a minute, because if you're not going to grant me the respect to answer my questions, I'm not going to answer yours. And if that's the way we're going to go, we're not going to get anywhere in this conversation. So when I ask you a question, you can at least give me the decency to answer it. All right.
And what question is that?
Well, I asked you, give me an example. You specifically said that they were trying to change our laws. So I wanted an example of a law that they are trying to change.
Take our guns away?
How is the LGBT trying to take the guns away? What?
Well, a lot of people, a lot of the lefts are consistently saying guns are the reason. I mean, guns kill people apparently, but it's not bad people that kill people. It's not the people themselves that kill people.
Should be changed, but you're saying they're actively trying to change those laws. So how are they doing that?
Well, what do you mean? They're forcing their own agenda.
No, you said that they're trying to change the laws.
That's exactly what I'm saying. They're forcing. Why do you think there was a bunch of protesters going up to Senates and places and sitting and waiting? Are you kidding me? Are you not seeing what's going on, or are you just blinded to what's going on in the world and you just want to see what you want to see?
I have a different opinion of what I see.
That's exactly it. You live in fantasy world. I live in reality. There's a difference.
I don't know what reality you're living in, but it's very different.
I live in reality that everyone is obviously evil and disgusting, but at the end of the day, we all need Jesus.
Okay. If you're going to keep interrupting me and I can't finish a sentence, I'm going to end this here. Okay? You can't keep cutting me off every time I try to speak.
I just answered a question. So.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm waiting. You got the floor, Queen. It's your platform.
It is my platform. Thank you.
Exactly. You're in power, aren't you?
I am.
Exactly. How's it feel?
I need to shut you up and you don't stop.
Exactly. Does it feel great? Doesn't it feel great to have that kind of power? Exactly. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Because you don't have freedom of speech. You don't care.
What do you mean I don't have freedom of speech?
You sit here and you say, I'm allowed to have my own opinion, but you don't care about the opinion to even have an understanding of another side. So why are you even talking about brightly minded? A brightly minded person is willing to listen to both sides, not just make their own opinion on one certain side.
Okay, listen, there's a difference between sharing an opinion and understanding an opinion. I understand your opinion. I just don't agree with it.
You don't have to agree with it. That's perfectly fine. But where do you stand? Where do you, and I'm asking you at the end of the day, where do you stand in the concept of what's right and wrong then? That's what I'm asking you. Because it's not about an opinion anymore. Now it's about what's justice and what's injustice to you. Because that's the problem we're at right now, aren't we?
That's still opinion.
No, it's not about it. No, it's not about, no. Okay, so let me tell you this. If I was to go kill someone that was wrong, that's according to your opinion, that was wrong for me to do.
Yes.
But according to my opinion, it was okay for me to do. You make no sense. I don't live in fantasy world. I live in reality. So what is exactly? So what is justice to you and what is right? This is what I'm trying to say. This is the difference. This is what you're fighting against, is the fact that what you're saying is justice compared to the fact that what isn't justice. So you're making wrong right and right wrong. There's a difference.
How am I doing that?
By basically saying that this woman had no reason to get shot when she wouldn't listen to ICE from the very beginning.
Okay, so then if we go on that logic, so you think that anybody committing a crime deserves to be shot and killed on the spot?
Never said that. I said at the end of the day, obey the law, or you will not get consequences. It's just what it is. So that's literally the way that we live. Any other country you go to, it's the same way. So why are you going to sit here and fight about the United? Because you have the freedom.
Have a conversation.
You are having a conversation, but you just don't like what I'm saying, and that's fine.
Shut up long enough for me to say anything.
You're speaking. Speak.
I'm trying to, but you keep
there you go.
Me.
So speak. So everyone can hear you.
You believe, Isaac, seriously. I know you want everybody to hear you. I know you have a strong desire to voice your opinion, and everybody needs to listen to you and agree with you.
No, never said that. So why are you painting that picture? So now you're basing a picture. This is where you live in fantasy world again, and I live in reality.
You asked me a question and you cut me off again.
I didn't cut you off. I explained the concept that you are lying. You are lying to yourself of who I am and what I am. That's just what you're saying.
My opinion
so you don't know me. You don't know me, and because you,
Isaac, I am basing my opinion of you based on the behavior that I have observed from you, because that's all you've shown me. So that is where I'm getting my opinion of you from. You seem like you're a little boy that just wants attention, which is why you tagged me after I did my stream the other day, because you wanted attention, because you want to be dragged into drama, because you want to be at the forefront of everybody's mind. Smokey hasn't been paying all that much attention to you lately, and you had a falling out with the pod. So this was your next best option, I suppose. There you go.
Not really. I just can't stand people that mock Jesus. That just makes no sense to me. I don't understand how you could use it as a political movement or not. Whether you're left or right. That's just weird. It literally is so weird.
You're allowed to feel
like,
that
you know,
way.
this generation would say that would be very cringe. You know, it's just like that's a Karen. Like, seriously, think about that. And you would be like, I don't care. Well, that's my opinion about you. So who cares about your opinion and my opinion? No one cares, right? What is truth then?
Well,
If you only have certain opinions, but you can't understand what the facts are, then what are facts?
About my opinion.
So what are facts?
What are facts? They're facts that can be verified.
Okay, so I can verify the fact that you already had your own assumptions about me before you even came in. Before you even came in and you started talking to me about Smokey. You already had your pre-assumptions about me before you came in and started talking about me.
Answer the question. How can you verify that?
How can I verify that? Because of how you came at me.
How did I asked you a question. How is that?
No, you didn't ask me a question. You asked me a direct question, which was an attack. It was an attack.
Did you just hear yourself?
Yes, because it's not it's not what you're trying to think. That's why you laugh. I'm not contradicting. I hope you understand this. It's called spiritual warfare. This is the difference, and that's why you're laughing at it. That's fine. You can laugh at it all you want.
Seriously, when you make comments like that.
That's okay. It's okay. I can't take you seriously either when you're a fool.
I'm not asking you to. I don't really care if you do or not.
Exactly. So when you say that I'm a baby and I need attention, I don't need attention. You just want this, and that's why you were laughing. You just want this to help boost your channel, to help boost everything else. That's all you wanted. That's the only reason you called me over here.
I'm sorry that hurt your feelings.
No, it didn't hurt my feelings. I could care less.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay. You're going to play the victim card on me? I never told you to play the victim. I never said I'm a victim. So why are you going to assume that I'm saying I'm a victim? I never said that.
I never said you were a victim either.
So why are you assuming that I am? So why are you assuming that there you go laughing again? Because this is exactly, I'm getting in your mind and you're not even understanding it. How you are portraying to me is literally how you think about me. Don't you understand this?
I don't think you understand, Isaac.
Oh, no, I do actually understand. I don't think you actually comprehend. There's a problem.
I don't think you, there isn't a problem.
Because if you can't comprehend what justice is, then I don't understand how you can have an opinion about it.
I can have an opinion about whatever I want.
Yeah, you can, but can it be a right opinion, or can it be a truth? Can it be truth, or can it be false? Can you have a false opinion?
You can be wrong about your opinion, sure.
Okay. So is it smart to have opinions, yes or no?
Everybody has opinions. It doesn't matter whether.
So what does the word of God say, though? But what does the word of God say? It says, keep your thoughts captive. So is it smart to have opinions, or is it smart to speak truths? It's smart to actually have an opinion, but have it be under truth. Not what you think, what God is, what it is, what is righteous, what is justice, what is the understanding of God.
You don't have to think my opinion is right. I happen to think my opinion is right.
That's perfectly fine. The only one that you're going to have to judge against is Jesus Christ, not me.
He'll judge me on Judgment Day.
Yep, exactly, because you'll be judged by what you say, exactly how you have an opinion about me now, right?
I'm 100% aware of that and accept that.
Okay. And you know it's wrong.
No,
so because you know it's wrong, because you know it's wrong.
No, see, what you're trying to do is you're trying to assume about what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling and trying to
Oh, no, I'm not assuming. I'm not assuming anything. I already know. It's not about assuming when I know.
No, you're making assumptions by saying things. Well, you know it's wrong. No, you don't, because you're not in my head. You can't read my mind. You are not a mind reader, Isaac. Okay? You can only base your opinion on me based off of what I say, not what you think I'm thinking in my head. So let's get that straight.
I already know you know it's wrong because you don't like it when I have my own opinion. You don't you realize this? You don't like it when it's done back to you. So why don't you understand the concept that I know that you know it's wrong? Aren't you smart?
I don't think that's
are
wrong.
you smart or are you a fool?
I'm not a fool.
Would you like to be treated exactly the same way you treat other people in just the way of your opinion? Is that really how you work? Is that how God works?
I don't have a problem with the way that I treat others.
That is exactly how you treat others, is exactly according to your opinion, because that's where your heart lies. You don't understand this.
Yeah, I'm kind
but I do.
Others.
I actually comprehend these things. So then why is your opinion so sour about me when you don't have any understanding about me, and all I'm trying to do is make you have you understand who Jesus Christ is. That's
what
it.
You have shown the public. That is what it is based on.
Oh no, it's not about showing the public anything. It's literally about showing the truth, the public the truth. That's what it comes down to.
Truth, cool. But I'm basing my opinion on you based on your behavior.
And I've also based my opinion on you because of the fact in the past that you've also harassed people in the past. So I'm not stupid. At the end of the day, I already called this out from the very beginning because I already can sense these things.
Isaac, how have I harassed you? You're the one that tagged me.
Oh no, I'm not saying you harassed me. No. Cool, you don't have to hide from it. It's okay. You used to have a friend, but your guys fell out. That's not my problem. That's something that you have to live with. That's something that you have to live with. Just like the fact that me and Smokey and Praise, that's something that we all have to live with, right?
Sure.
You had a falling out. You had an harassment. It almost started getting into police problems. I wonder why. Yeah, and then you say I'm a drama queen. No, I'm not a drama queen. I actually stand up for truth. That's the problem. You don't like it.
I like how you bringing up topics that have nothing to do with you, thinking that you know, but you've only heard one side of the story.
Oh no, it's not about not knowing and knowing one side of a story. I've already seen the attitude. It's not happening when you come at me listen, it's just like how Smokey acts. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. You, Smokey, and Lo both have the same spirit. And I hope that you are happy with that.
I'm glad,
because at the end of the day, you know what spirit that is? Pridefulness.
Same spirit as them.
You know what that is? Pride, and pride cometh before a fall. So at the end of the day, you can have your base opinion, which is all it is just base. Cool. It's not even true or facts.
To have my
so
opinion,
you can have your base opinion, but I'll stand on the truth of Jesus Christ, and I'll keep those opinions on God.
Okay.
So if you have your own personal opinion about Jesus Christ, I would love to educate you. I will love to educate you on your opinion to see if it's actually factual or if it's not.
I'm not interested
Merry Christmas.
in education, Isaac, because I don't think you're educated enough to educate anyone else.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. You can think that. Have you been through what I've been through?
What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly my point. What does that have to do with anything that you understand? You don't understand nothing. So how are you going to tell me that I can't? How are you going to tell me that I can't teach people anything when you can't even understand a simple concept of your opinion is not facts?
I never said that my opinion was facts.
Okay, so then why do you act like it is? It's not reality.
How am I acting like my opinion is facts?
So then why do you say she got hurt innocently? She wasn't innocent in this.
I think she was.
There you go. You don't live in reality. That's the problem. And that's your pride. Your pride coming before a fall.
So you're sitting here arrogant enough to think that your opinion is fact, but you have.
Oh no, it's not about. No. It literally again. It's not about my opinion. It's called righteous judgment. Do you understand what righteous judgment is?
I don't care.
Exactly, because that's exactly how God tells us to judge, and you don't underyou that. So you have your own gay, factual, not even real opinion.
Isaac, you're gonna have to shut up for a minute. You are not important enough to me for your judgment to bother me.
That's perfectly fine, and you're not important enough for me for you to bother me either, but it must have been important enough for you to make a comment about my comment.
The only people who can judge me and that I actually care about are the people that I care about. My friends, my family, God. Those are the people whose opinions matter to me. So you sitting here saying righteous judgment and blah, 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 and all this, I don't care, Isaac. You are not important enough to me for me to care about your opinion. But I did give you this opportunity to come and share it with me because you got your panties in a knot about my opinion. So I gave you the opportunity to come and share it with me directly. Let's just get that straight. Smokey, I'll add you in a minute.
It's not an opinion. See, this is just what it is. It's either justice or injustice, and I'm trying to figure out what you think justice is and what injustice is. That can't be an opinion. If it's based off an opinion, then I can't understand how you can actually determine what's justice and what's injustice.
There's no such thing as injustice. It's injustice.
I don't care if it's injustice. I don't care if you want to be a troll. I don't care if you want to make fun of the way that I talk. I really don't care. You knew exactly what I meant.
You're sitting here trying to say that you want to educate me, but you don't even know the real word. So, I mean, maybe you need to do some more learning on your own before you sit here and think that you're able to educate other people when you don't even know what words mean.
Right, yeah, okay. Okay, so you just educated me on a word. Do you understand what it means, though? Here comes the understanding. Thank you for helping me pronounce it correctly. Now, since I pronounced it correctly, do you know what justice and injustice is?
Yes, I do.
Then what is it?
How about you tell me? You want to educate me.
It was injustice for a woman to sit there and interfere with police problems. Yes, it was. That was injustice for her to do straight up.
No, Isaac, you can't be doing this. You wanted me to define justice and injustice.
Yeah.
So you define them for me.
Define it.
Define it.
You're the one that's sitting here trying to give justice to a fact of a woman getting shot while she was sitting there interfering.
You're not defining the term. So how am I supposed to know you actually understand?
Because you are trying to define the term, define the term according to our law. That's what you're trying to do. And that's what you need to understand. You need to stop trying to do that. Period.
Trying to do what?
Because your own opinion is not facts. It's not justice just because it's your opinion.
Isaac, stop
shouting. Your opinion is not justice.
What was I trying to do?
Exactly. What are you trying to do by making a video saying your opinion and then people trying to talk to you about she was sitting there interfering and we're trying to just talk to you and you're sitting there not even caring what we say. You're already shut off, closed-minded. You're not brightly minded. It's physically impossible for you to be brightly minded. Because you gotta be open to other people's opinions, not your own. And then if you can't be open to other people's opinions and be like, "Yep, that's just it. That's just it." Where's the justice in the
Listen, Isaac, being open to other people's opinions does not obligate me to agree with those opinions. I can understand it, but I don't have to agree with it. I understand the other side. I understand what the perspective of what other people are saying about her not obeying the law and not listening to the officer. I don't agree with it, but that doesn't mean I don't understand it.
Then how come you're one-sided? It doesn't make sense.
What do you mean I'm one-sided?
You didn't emphasize all that concept. You emphasized all the bad things that the ICE agent did.
Yeah.
Why are you just one-sided then?
Because I believe that the ICE agent was wrong.
Oh, okay. See, that's the problem. Again, you're biased. I already said this from the very beginning, and I just proved it again.
If I'm biased, then that also means that you're biased because you're one-sided.
I'm not biased. If you don't play stupid games, you won't win stupid prizes.
And I disagree with you.
No, that's actual facts.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Go pick on a really big buff person or try to do something against them and think that they're not gonna attack back. Play stupid games and win stupid prizes. That's facts.
Why would I physically
That's the way the world works. If you don't like that way of the world working, then you're trying to change something that is not literally factual. It's in fantasy in your mind.
Do you actually listen back to your streams? And
no, I do actually, for real. Because when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Okay. Sure.
So a stupid game is literally coming against another federal agent or not a federal agent, an ICE agent, even if he's not a federal agent, doesn't matter, coming against them and interfering with an investigation that they're going through. It doesn't matter.
If that's what you want to believe, cool.
It's not about what I believe. It's literally what facts is. Peace out. I'm gone.
Wow, man. That's rough. Whew. Well done, I guess. You know.
I couldn't help it because he was just like talking utter nonsense. It's like, do you hear
That's
yourself?
what he does. No, he doesn't even. I don't think he even understands what he's saying. He just, it's this weird thing where he just kind of lets his mouth run, and then just pretends like we're all supposed to know what it makes sense, and we're the dumb ones if we don't understand this nonsense he's spouting. It's just excruciating sometimes, man.
I know. That was nonsense.
You've gotten several tastes of what I've dealt with for the better part of several months now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It was funny because like I haven't talked to him since before Christmas, and then just all of a sudden out of the blue, he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna tag you and start dragging on you." I was like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah. And he'll do that. He'll get in those modes, and it's suddenly time to pick at people again. In fact, I had basically been leaving him alone for a hot minute until he started attacking low. And then I went after it again and caused him to have some sort of mental collapse or something. He's still in the middle of it. His religious psychosis is just off the charts here. Yeah.
He needs to lay off the weed and get a little sleep, and maybe he'll think a little straighter. Who knows?
Well, the sad thing is too, is he also admits that while he clearly does have some severe mental deficiencies, he also admits that he's never been formally diagnosed, which I find very problematic. That his mother...
Just think that if he went and got a diagnosis, how many resources would be available to him?
Exactly. And the tragic thing is I think his incompetent junkie mother didn't prioritize that when he was growing up to give him a better chance at being able to, succeed socially. And he was kind of just always left somewhat on the outskirts. And now he's manifested this very weird, very hyper-zealous religious delusion and psychosis to try and attribute himself some sense of value he's never had before in his life. And it's just turned him into a raging nuisance to just about everyone. It's really kind of, it's tragic.
Sad. It's really sad.
And he's not even really he's not even really addressing you, and nor is he really addressing your points or perspective. And I mean, this is funny for someone who claims to talk so much about walking in love and forgiveness. It's a weird position for him to take on something.
I haven't seen any examples of that in just the short time that I've known him, and it's just like you don't walk what you talk there, bud.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the biggest problem. It's the grotesque hypocrisy, the double speaking, the contradictions, and then the demand over all of us that if we don't accept his nonsense, well, we just don't have the power of God, and we don't have the Holy Spirit to instruct us like he does. He's so anointed and so powerful, and he's the one that should be teaching all of us, when he admits that he's an illiterate dropout.
Yeah, exactly. I tried to point that out to him. Like, how can you educate anyone when you need education yourself? Obviously.
Yeah.
Like being able to educate other people is a great goal to work towards, but you can't just sit here and not be able to know the difference between justice and injustice, and then sit here and say that you know enough to educate someone else.
He's in part of the issue. He's not aware enough to know how much he doesn't know. He doesn't really and even some of these things I talk about, church history or theology or stuff like that, I might as well be speaking Greek. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. And many times he's doing these streams and he's reviewing content of mine, or he's reacting to something I said, and it's a grotesque lying misrepresentation of what I've said. Even early on, I had a clip. I don't know if you remember it. It was a while ago where I debated a Calvinist, and actually James opening the scroll made the same error, which I found to be disgusting because they're all lying degenerates. But, my whole point was pointing out how Calvinists are locked into this very bizarre position where they essentially have to affirm the possibility of babies burning in hell. And this is really kind of prepackaged in their theology. But me making that point to a Calvinist, well, James opening the scroll and Isaac went around claiming that I'm somehow celebrating or claiming that God burns babies in hell. So they didn't even understand what I was doing. They missed the point entirely. And now go around maligning me and reviling me with slanderous accusations that aren't even true because they can't even understand the point I'm making. I find it very frustrating. Right over their heads. Yeah, and it gets very frustrating, because then you just have to deal with it. What are you going to do? You can't follow Isaac around and correct every dumb thing he says all day. So you just let him run his mouth.
Our responsibility.
Yeah. He was saying something about all sorts of things the other day, and the vaccine and how it was making people magnetic, and he was saying the craziest crap I ever heard.
Well, I don't know if you watched his stream at all today, but he had my posts pulled up, and I guess he was maybe going through it because he was scrolling through screens, but he was completely silent. So he talked about me for a good 20 minutes, apparently, but didn't know that his sound was off.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that earlier. Yeah, I didn't even catch that, but I believe it. Yeah, the guy is a total clown. Yeah, it's infuriating to deal. And really, he'd get a lot more sympathy and be able to have some genuine friendships if he wasn't so arrogant and so forceful that we have to accept his nonsense and his perverse, blasphemous theology. And it is blasphemous. He said some of the most horrific things in the past while claiming to teach people, anti-biblical things, blasphemous things, perversions of the Godhead, bad teachings, bad takes. He perverts and misuses and abuses scripture to get things that he wants. And he does all of this with no conscience whatsoever. It just blows my mind. It really does.
The thing is that he was trying to point out that I'm prideful when he's got this idea that he's always right, everyone else is wrong, and he doesn't see that he himself is being prideful.
Oh yeah, his epistemological infallibility is part of the problem. He believes he can't possibly be wrong, and then he accuses everyone else of being arrogant. He doesn't even understand these words normally. Lo wants to say hi to you, by the way.
Lo, I love you so much. I just saw your comment.
You didn't see my comment.
I love her. Smoking. Never let her
go. Get in trouble.
Okay. She's so funny. Well, I don't want to take up too much time. I just stopped in to say hi and whatever. And kudos for doing your best to handle that. That's a real nightmare. I'm telling you, that guy is tough to deal with. So well done. Yep. Kudos.
Definitely. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, have yourself a good night. I am glad you're doing well, and yeah, take care of yourself, and give my best to your hubby there, and I hope you guys have yourselves a really nice night.
Yeah. Bye, Lo.
I love you.
I love you.
Take care, Mindy.
Bye, Smokey. I have to. Lo is like, listen. If I was 20 years younger and I was a lesbian, I would steal her. She is adorable and I love her. But since I'm old enough to be her mother, I would be willing to adopt her as my daughter. But she made me these images that I absolutely am over the moon about. Look at how cute she is. Like, can you just, I just want to squish her. She's so adorable. I love her so much. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please like, and in the future, if you want to see more, please subscribe. If not, I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you have a great night. Make good choices.